All right, so I'm gonna walk you through the steps on how to do slicer to get it ready for cutting out on the laser engraver. So at the end, it'll look something like this. We have all these little pieces on a page that'll fit on one page. So how you're gonna get started. So slicer program looks like this, and it's gonna load. And this is all the screen looks like. So you're gonna click import up in the top corner and find your STL head. That's all cleaned up and everything that you did in Meshmixer. So I have this one here. And it'll give you a little example of what it should look like. So it should look like your 3D model of you. So the first step is that we need to tell it how big our material is that it's gonna go on. So up in this corner where it says manufacturing settings, it defaults to a piece of like printer paper, letter size paper. We need something that's 24 by 12 because that's the size of our cardboard, that's the size of our laser. You're not gonna have anything in here. I do because I created it, but I'm gonna show you how to do that now. So you're gonna click this little pencil icon and it's gonna open up this window. So I'm gonna click this little plus button to add a new one. And if I double click, I can call it, give it a name. So I'm gonna call it 24 by 12 laser. So then from there, we need to make our sizes be the same size as our material. So our length is 24, our width is 12, and the thickness is actually 1/8 of an inch, so 1.25. And I'm gonna click done. So from there, it's not gonna automatically choose that new one that you created. You still have to go into this drop down and then find that new one you created at the bottom. And there we go. So then the next step is we're going to tell it what type of construction technique that we want. So stacked, you're gonna turn out looking the best. If you wanna try any of the other ones, you can, but stacked is gonna look like the examples that we have around. So one thing you're gonna notice compared to that first one that I showed is that these slices are going through him, the student, a little bit weird, and it doesn't really look like he has a face very well. There's not a lot of definition. So we need to rotate that. So we can choose slice direction, and it kind of spins it, and you can see that there's a green circle and a blue circle. So if you click the blue circle, and then at the bottom, type in 90, so we're gonna rotate it by 90 degrees, the slice direction. And you're gonna look a lot more like a person. So you can actually see definition on the face, the eyes, and ears, and everything. So I'm gonna rotate them upright. So right now it's gonna take 4 sheets of cardboard to make the student. So that's really, really big. So we need to get it down to 1 sheet of cardboard. So to change the size, so where it says object size, we're gonna make any of these smaller. So you're just gonna click it a couple of times, let it refresh and update. And then right now I'm down to 3 pages. So you're just gonna keep doing that. If it ever does this where it says 0 and it gives you these little warnings, basically there was like an error or issue in the model and it can't figure out how to make it. So just click it one more time smaller and see if that gets it. There we go. So, oh, still 2 pages. So I'm almost there. Just gotta go a little bit smaller. Almost. There we go. So he fits on 1 sheet of cardboard. So there'll be 35 total parts, and that is pretty normal. So from here, if you want to see like what it looks like to assemble, so you can kind of scroll this little bar at the bottom and it'll show you kind of step by step how it goes and what pieces. So you'll just start on number 1, and build up each of those slices. So once you're all done, we're going to click Get Plans. And we want our file type to be a PDF inches, and we're going to export it to my computer. So you're going to want to put it in your network space so that you always have it. So if you click this PC, you should see a drive that has your username on it. So that in there I can call it Sliced Head, or your name Sliced Head, Laser Head, whatever you want to call it, and save it there and click Save.